Your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Welcome back. We're going to do your astrology and tarot for August 2022. So when we talk about the astrology here, we're going to be talking about it for Cancer Rising. Sorry, as I get up to fix this before it falls again. We're going to do this for Cancer Risings here, all right? So August 2022 for Cancers. And when I talk about the astrology, once again, I'm talking about it for Cancer Risings. So, and also if you guys haven't, do make sure to subscribe and leave me a comment, give me a like. It helps with the algorithm and I appreciate it. So, let's start off with the beginning of the month here, even though I know we're doing this on actually August 12th, which is the day after that full moon in Aquarius. Don't worry, we're going to talk about that. But we got to talk about the rest of the month before what led us up to this, okay? So, beginning of the month there, that we had, my God, whoa. And what's called it Yars, Mars, Uranus, North Node were all in Taurus in your 11th house. And guys, I just like disclaimer, I'm a Cancer rising, so this is going to be like for me as well. Astrology is not looking great for us, let's be real. Yeah, we're starting off that month there with Mars, Uranus, all in the North Node on Taurus in your 11th house. So we could have some falling out here with friendships in or like communities, networks of that 11th house. It is your 10th ruler of career, Mars is, in public reputation. But it is, again, happening in the 11th house of friendships, etc., and, like, you know, your communities, your networks. So we could have a very intense and, like, public fallout in terms of our reputation with a friend or somebody that you work with. So just watch out for that. Be careful. Or, you know, let me know what happened there in the beginning of the month. I feel like I know where this hit for me. It's also, Mars is also your 5th house ruler, so you might have endings with people you share certain interests with, or you might enjoy, like, try to go out with people in the beginning of the month there, and it just might not go well, something is off, something is not working, there might be some issue with shared resources, money, and tension with borrowing things, etc. going on there. So we also have Mercury moving into Virgo there in the beginning of the month, or sorry, we also have Mars squaring Saturn. Before I forget about that, that is again your 10th and 5th house ruler there, squaring Saturn, which is in Aquarius, which is your, pardon me, your 9th house. Right? Yeah, I think it's your 9th. No, it's your 8th house. It's your 8th house of death and endings and debts and other people's money, other people's belongings. So again, that's Mercury is going into, sorry, Mars is squaring Saturn there, and that's just going to create, again, some conflicts there in terms of endings. You could have some issues in terms of, like, some endings there in terms of friendships, endings in terms of, you know, issues or conflicts, endings in terms of, what did I say, 5th house, so I feel like for some of you, this could end up being like you no longer, because of a situation that happens, a conflict, an issue that goes on, you might not enjoy doing something anymore. You might have, like, lost your interest in doing something, a certain hobby, a certain pleasurable activity as well. It's also, again, it could have been stuff like that, but I think I already mentioned that. So, you know, let's move on. Moving on to Mercury and Virgo there. We have Mercury is going into Virgo, which is its domicile. That is its planetary ruler, so that is good. Everyone's going to be like, that's pretty decent for everybody in a nice way, depending on also where it hits, but still. So it's going into your 3rd house there in Virgo. And so you're going to be really focused on organizing your life, figuring out your schedule, getting it together. And that's not going to be bad at all. But so yeah, just working on all that kind of stuff. I think that that's going to be nice for everybody, just getting shit together, organizing things. It's all about Mercury and Virgo. On August 11th, which was yesterday, August 11th, 12th, the energy is still here. We have the full moon in Aquarius, and we also have Venus entering Leo. So with that full moon in Aquarius there, that's a full moon in your 8th house. So it's like highlighting your 8th house of money. So again, and also the moon is your 2nd house, so it's, again, a money focus. So the moon is your 2nd house, but it's highlighting your 8th house there of debts, of other people's money, deaths, endings, shared resources. So money that you owe and don't have are going to be really focused. Like, it's going to be a really intense focus for you right there. Like, why can't I get this money you cannot get, things that you cannot have and you cannot, like, needs that you cannot meet here because you do not have the finances, because you are sharing resources. You also might need to lend money to somebody else, like a partner, and, you know, help them out. And that could be why, you know, this is kind of difficult to be a financial resource for somebody else. Venus is also entering Leo at this time, so money is going to be there to spend, but let's try not to spend it too much on luxury indulgences or what makes you feel good. And again, because because those home and living situation and your debts that you owe are going to be really highlighted there. On August 20th, mark your calendars. This is going to be rough for you guys. I feel like this is going to be the roughest transit for us. I'm not excited as a Cancer rising, so let's all hold hands and cry about it together. But yeah, Mars is in your 12th house there in Gemini for 8 months. Yeah. So yeah, you're gonna feel like you're like losing your grip on reality. It's gonna bring up a lot of anxiety, fears, hidden enemies. Think back to March or April 2021, last time it was there. But yeah, so Mars is gonna be in your 12th house, but it rules your 5th house as well. So your south node is also there, is the thing. So you're going to feel like you're getting rid of vices and things that you used to enjoy, but it's also, Mars is again your 5th and your 10th house ruler. So that's to be your pleasurable things, like things you enjoy, sex, recreation, creativity, self-indulgences with the 5th house. And 10th house is, your reputation, who you are to the world, your more public side there. So it's because it's also your 10th house ruler and it's going to be your 12th house, you could be questioning what you do, trying something else in a new or a hidden way, but you just you're trying something new, but it's like trying out maybe even like a work thing to try to get yourself out there, but in a less public way, like not telling everybody about it. This could be a hidden venture, maybe some of you are starting OnlyFans or something, just as an example. I don't know. That's just like a way to describe that I think makes the most sense. Or you're secretly working on things that you're just testing out. You're not sure how it's gonna work out, but you want to see how it goes. So yeah, less public and more internal. But yeah, we also have Mercury entering shadow right around this time, and going opposite Neptune. So Mercury is retrograding in your 4th house there. So what was going on in September, October of last year is going to be really relevant in terms of especially home and family, because it rules your 4th house of home, family, living situation stuff. Getting your habits really together there. It's going to feel like you're trying to get this stuff together, but it's going to feel unclear what's wrong and what feels off, what is not working. There's something off, and you're not really sure what it is. You're not sure what's going to happen. Neptune is in your 9th house also at this time. So Mercury being here is it's really your 3rd house. They're applying. It's interesting because again, Neptune, yeah, it's in your 9th house of higher education, of far distance travel, all that kind of stuff of what you learn. And but your 3rd house is more about how you apply that. So you might be trying something new that you haven't before, that might help alleviate this kind of intense 12th house energy that's sitting in the back of you. And this might try to try to do something that make you feel better, something different there. So yeah, we also have on the 27th there, we have the new moon in Virgo. So that is happening in your 3rd house there. Virgo is your 3rd house, and the moon is your 2nd house ruler. So you could be getting your schedule and what needs to get figured out all kind of in line there. New beginnings in terms of, maybe again, starting a new schedule, starting new routines that might be better for your finances, might be better for a side hustle, etc. And it's also we have Mars squaring Gemini though at this time. And so the things that you used to enjoy there, you might feel again you're not enjoying this as much anymore, because this is also again your 10th house ruler and your 5th house ruler Mars is, and it's in the 12th house. So again, you might be seeing finally what these issues are. Your hidden problems, hidden issues might be coming up here. We also have Mercury moving into Libra and going into shadow there at the end of the month there. And Mercury will be again moving into that 4th house, so more focus on that 4th house stuff of home, family, living situation, getting the right balance, getting the right home, place to move, etc. You're more focused on that. This is relevant to me, so I'm actually kind of okay, this is making sense for me here. There could also be a fallout with type of shared resources, you might not be able to go on some trip, go out with some friends in some way. It's just too much on the budget. Be careful of that. Do not go on luxury budget spending sprees, okay? Just be chill. All right, so Cancer risings, those are your messages. That is the astrology for you guys for August 2022. And now we're going to talk about your tarot, okay? We're going to do your tarot reading. Cancer risings, my babies. All right. So Cancer risings. Let's see what we got here. We're going to use the Hobbit Tarot. All right, Cancers. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. We're going to look at the rest of the month. There's a little baby. Say hello to the little sun. She's here to say hello, Cancers. She's sleepy. What's up, honey? Oh, but she's purring. Hi, baby, baby. Anything you want to say? Okay. Okay. You want to sit on Mama's lap? You want to share the chair with me? There we go. She might. She's kind of falling on me a little. Go on. You can stay. We might stay. All right, Cancer risings, or Cancer rise, Sun, Moon rising, and Venus now. Oh, nope, she's done. Okay, so Cancer, Sun, Moon rising, and Venus. Let's do your tarot reading now. All right, Cancers for the rest of August. All right, let's see. First, let me shuffle these up really good. So I don't think I shuffled them after yesterday. Okay, so Cancers. At this time, we're definitely feeling a little out of control, feeling like we're not on our game. Nothing is really, things feel like we cannot grasp onto like the handles right now. It just feels like we're being inundated with a bunch of things that are not ours to deal with, and it's very, very exhausting and frustrating is what I'm getting here. Because the Seven of Cups is the first card out with the Emperor reverse and then the Eight of Pentacles. It's like I'm trying to build my way forward here, and it just feels like there's a lot of weird little things and frustrations that are getting in the way. We're not really sure what to do, and we're feeling really out of control. I also feel like some of you guys are dealing with somebody that is very out of control in their own life and is kind of taking that out on you. Sorry, I'm like fixing my hair in the middle of this. It's just like really bugging me. My cowlick is like really doing a thing today. It's just annoying. So anyways, yeah, with that Seven of Cups, there's a lot of different options. Like, you're feeling like you don't really know what to do at this time, especially in terms of like getting back control of your life. Or feeling like you have control in a job situation. Just in general, it's like you have plans to better your life at this time that you're trying to make, and like effort that you were trying to put forward with that Eight of Coins. Like, I'm trying to make this, trying to continue to do what I'm doing because I know it's going to get me where I'm going, but you guys keep getting in the way of this, and I'm frustrated. Is really what I'm getting here. There's like something that is very frustrating. It could also be like a family member, like a father figure, a very intense, out of control. I don't want to say like a crazy energy, but it does feel like if that's not you feeling out of control, somebody in your life is like coming across as like a psychotic, like a sycophant, like a real psycho. Like they're just like totally out of control. They're being very aggressive, very intense, very like all over the map, and you're like, how are you just acting like this and not seeing that you were acting completely fucking insane? And that's kind of the feeling I get there. Like for some of you guys, it's like we're dealing with a lot of insanity, but it's also just our own control over the situation that we do not have that is so frustrating to us. In terms of some other things in life here, I feel like we're starting some new ventures here. We're going obviously in a new direction in terms of, it feels like just like life in general. Like we need to move forward. When the Fool shows up with the Death card and the Six of Swords, like you would like to move past like a very conflicted, frustrating time you've been in. This is like, I am ready for something new. I am ready to get out of this. I don't want to be in this feeling anymore. I don't want to feel this way. Like, I'm stressed out. I don't want to be in this position anymore. Because the Fool is really looking at like this death situation. Like, I'm ready for this to end. I'm ready for a transformation, and I'm ready to move away from being told what to do, feeling like I'm being suffocated by the people around me, by life around me, by everybody needing something from me. And I want to take control of my life. I want to be in control of it. I don't want to be giving so much to everybody else and whatever this is, or like a job situation that you're just not into anymore. You're done. It just feels like very like I'm done and I would like to move forward. And I like the Six of Swords. For those of you who want to move, especially with the Fool, the Death card, the Six of Swords, some of the other cards that come up here, I really feel that a lot of you guys might even be focused on moving. And like be having, like that might be a focus for you guys, just something that you're trying to make happen at this time. We also have these three coming up here next. The Ace of Wands, the Empress, and then, the Ace of Wands, the Nine of Cups reversed, and then the Empress. So I feel like, again, the Ace of Wands is like really starting off on you. Like you are leaving something behind. Like you are so ready to end a chapter of your life here that you feel has, again, taken a lot from you, has controlled a lot of your life, and it's been too much. Because when the Emperor is reversed, it just feels like there's been somebody that's taken too much control, taken too much out of it. And it's like dictator kind of energy. Like it's almost like a dictate. Like you feel like you've been in a dictatorship of life here, and it could be a really bad job or a boss situation or just your family life or all of it. You want to take back control and make your life yours again. It's really what I'm getting here, Cancer. And Ace of Wands, that Nine of Cups reverse is like Nine of Cups reverse is I am not sad. Like I have no emotional satisfaction where I'm at, and I'm trying to get that. With the Empress, it's like I'm trying to manifest this. I've been trying to wait, but I have nothing there and I need to move forward. So the Ace of Wands shows up to kind of bypass that like emotional dissatisfaction. And with that and the Empress, it's like if you have something that you're passionate about, you're passionate about going somewhere, about living in this new place, about taking on this new job, doing this new role, like starting this new side hustle, starting this new whatever, like a passion project, like you are going to be putting a lot of energy into that and that only at this time. It's like you need to focus on that and you need to stop letting everybody else tell you what to do, tell you what you need, tell you where to go. You have a lot of really positive, forward-moving energy that you are. I like to see the Empress here because that's a very high like manifesting card, and with that Ace of Wands and especially with the Hermit coming up after it, I just feel like you are really putting yourself in a position to make a change here, to manifest, but also like not like it's not like you're doing any extreme active movements, like you're not doing this, doing that, all like a bunch of crazy things. Like you are manifesting, but you know what you're manifesting, you know what you're working towards, and you're willing to take some time out. Or if you haven't been taking the time out, you need to this month, especially the second half of August. Take time for yourself here, especially towards Virgo season. I also see like there's a lot of stuff coming up for you guys in Virgo season. Leo season might have felt like really intense and like being forced through these endings and like forced to like really focus on a lot of career and monetary financial stuff here in order to make some things happen. But I feel like in Virgo season here, especially by the end of the month, you're going to be making some big decisions or even moving. For some of you, it could be that you're moving. But it could be even that you're moving in on your own, if like you've never lived alone, something like that. But regardless, I just feel, or I see here that taking the time necessary by yourself will help to open these doors for your, like you will be able to find your path forward more easy. You'll be able to make the decisions that you need to really know what it is you want and where you're going without everybody else's influence on you. Because I just feel like Cancer, if anybody gets guilt tripped, like it is Cancers. I'm so sorry about the beeping. Some people are so rude and don't understand that traffic just happens, so they have to beep through it because this is America and it's just what people do because they're animals. Sorry. It's really goddamn annoying. I hate when people do that. But and if you're somebody that does that, please stop. What the fuck? Like there's no reason to do that. Holy shit, there's no reason to do that. It's so annoying. Anyways, the Hermit and Ace of Swords. To me, again, like this feels like Virgo season gives you a lot of clarity. Helps you to make the decisions. It helps you to do what you need to do. And again, because Virgos are about the details. They get things done. They're not sitting around doing nothing. They're making plans. They're making sure like we're getting this shit done because that's important. And I really feel like when Virgo season happens, like, or when it starts there more towards the end of the month, you're going to have some information come in and some decisions that need to be made. But like, that Ace of Swords and the Ace of Wands, like when you start on that path, you will soon get that Ace of Swords, a decision that has to be made, something that is like, do you want to build a new foundation here? Work with other people. Move. I feel to me like some of you guys, again, are moving into a new place, building a new foundation. Maybe you're moving in with other people, roommates, etc. But whatever this is, like this involves traveling. It involves building a new foundation elsewhere with new people here. You're working towards something more here to build a new foundation for yourself because you are tired. This is like very much like you are coming into August like I am doing something different now. We are moving forward. I am making these necessary changes. These things are all just happening. Like we're doing this. This is happening. And I feel again with that Eight of Wands, like things are just flowing. Eight of Wands is like a lot of communication, a lot of movement, things going. So again, there could just be a lot of really quick and rapid movement into a new position, into a new place. And I say position because the Justice card and the Star also come out there. And I see that again as the universe, like for a lot of you, I feel like you knew this was coming. You knew like once you started going on this path, it was going to work out for you, but you had to deal with all the people that didn't want you to do this, with all the other little things that got in the way and all their needs and what all the other crap that's been going on that's been stopping you from doing what you want to do and from making these choices to move forward in the way that you want to. But the Star is there to say like, again, when you think you've given up all hope, like just like in the Hobbit deck here, when they get all the way up Mount Doom and they get all the way up there, and then they give up because they can't open the door, and it's like all you needed to wait for was the thrush to knock and to see what to do. And that's what's happening there. It's like the universe has you and you think all is lost, and you think like there's just no way we're getting out of this, like why did I have to go through this, what's going on. The universe comes and is like, don't worry, it all balances out. You will have to obviously put forth an effort to balance things out in your life. But I just feel like there's also like something coming in that's like offering you something to sign. Like you're signing new documents here. The Justice card always shows up to me as like making big like decisions, like where you have to sign the dotted line, like buying a new house, buying a car, moving somewhere, signing a new lease. Whatever this is, it's just like it's new and it's real, and it's like you're signing the dotted line, you're making this happen. This thing that feels very like woo woo and esoteric and the universe is bringing in becomes extremely real and very, very upfront in your face, very actual, is what I'm getting there. Like there's something very real coming out of this, whether it's like, oh, you felt it or not. But in terms of love and romance, we get the Strength card reverse, Five of Wands, and the World. So I do feel like when I get the Strength card reverse and Five of Wands reverse, like there's a lot of like I don't want to like play this right now. Like I don't want to like be like trying to get out there and date new people. I don't want to be going through all this stuff. If you guys are single, it's like this is a lot for me right now, and I'm really not about it. And with the Strength card reverse and Five of Wands reverse, and then the World, it's just like I'm tired of feeling. Because when the Strength card is reversed, it's like you're not. I feel like it's almost like you've been dealing with like you haven't been coming across your best in relationships. You haven't been able to like move past some certain things, but like it's also what's the word I'm looking for? It's like you might be have been dealing with people that were coming across as like they need you and they need this and they need that, like very sexual. It's like all these things that are just not you. It's like they're coming across so intensely. It's like the animal side of them is coming across, and you're like, that makes me not want to be a part of dating. Okay, it could also just be that like you are mentally not really feeling very stable. You're not coming across, like your energy isn't in it. Like you don't have the energy because you're dealing with a lot right now in terms of love and relationships. If you're in a relationship, you could be feeling very like dissociated out of it at this time, or just like really not in it because you're dealing with other things. You have a lot of focus on like some big parts of your life, and I would suggest focusing more on yourself than on other people, and what that does for you, and what they might feel, what they might need out of you at this time. You also have the Lovers, the Four of Wands, and Judgment coming up here though, so you do have a choice. It's almost like when you get like, again, because there's something to do with home, there's big changes in your home life in the fourth house stuff. So let me know how many of you guys are moving. As a Cancer rising, I'm moving, so I know like that's happening. But like Cancers, if you're moving, you're doing something like that, like it feels like there is a new opportunity for love once you move, and it might be with somebody that you did know or that was interested in you, that might be saying like they still have feelings. There might be a rehash of a connection here, something that like is coming back from the past, like feels like a long time ago though. However, I do feel like in general, it's like, do you want to stay where you're at, or are you interested in this other person? You have an opportunity to get involved with somebody here, and it feels kind of like when Mars goes into Gemini, which is weird because that's gonna be tough for you. But I would also say like whatever's coming up here, it's like very. This person is very like stable, traditional. Could also even be like a Taurus because the Hierophant does show up, but it just feels like we're coming back together in a really nice way, whether you're in a relationship or not. Like something is being reawakened. I'm gonna pull another card here about it. But it also feels like you also might be really focused more on the traditional aspects, like getting together, committing, living together. And that might be what you're focused on if you're looking for a relationship right now. And so people that don't fit that bill, that aren't willing to go that direction, that aren't willing to, be in it for the long haul, or don't seem like they are out of the picture for you. You're not interested. But this person seems like they're showing up with these same kind of energies. And there's also something very mystical about this situation. It feels like it's a very faded energy here of like something kind of coming back into your life in terms of love. So let's peek at this really quick here. One at a time, please. I'm sorry if it's loud, guys. It's like 6 p.m. on a Friday, so like all the neighbors go out at this time. It's a little crazy outside right now, so I hope it's not that the microphone isn't picking up on that. I got this microphone so it wouldn't pick up on things, but we'll see. Yeah, I don't know. This might have to do with somebody again that's very like bombastic, dynamic. Like it just feels like they're getting it together in a different way that they're approaching. If it's somebody from the past, because I say that with the Six of Cups, because that's usually a blast from the past. It could be a very masculine energy, whether they're female, male, what non-binary. This person is very like fiery and like in your face and intense, like not in a bad way. They're just like very social. They got it together. It just feels like this person is very together. This could also mean that you're meeting them through work, or it just feels like if you're going back, especially to visit a home place, like or a place that you haven't been that felt like home, connecting with people again, you could meet up with somebody again from the past from there, and they might put themselves out there at you, and you might have to decide what's going on. But there's definitely a connection that is showing up here for sure in terms of love and relationship. But it feels like you've been very separate, and you're feeling very separate from feelings right now. So this could feel a little confusing and like stressful for you, and like you're not ready to make a decision because you're just like, I have so much other stuff to focus on now. You're like, do you want to get in a relationship? And like, I can't like, maybe I like you, but I can't really think about that right now. It's that kind of stuff here. Or just whatever this is, like relationship stuff is like, whether even if you're in a relationship, like right now, you just need to let them know you need support. You're going through a lot. Things are not easy, and to just try to be there for you and be patient with you at this time, and also to not react negatively with everybody else because you're going through that. Okay, Cancer. So those are your messages. Let's pull a Doreen Virtue Romance Angel Oracle card, and we're also gonna pull a Power Deck card for you guys as well. So, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, messages of love from the Romance Angels. Okay. Oh my god, really? Okay, weird. Reconciliation shows up. Someone from your past is returning to your life. Again, this is not going to be from everybody. It could also just feel like this person is somebody that you know, or you might meet them through reconciling with a friend or somebody from your past there. But that's interesting. For some of you, you could be making up, like if you've been in a fight, if you haven't felt as close, it could feel like you're reconnecting by the end of the month if you're in a relationship. And soulmate, yes, this is your soulmate. And again, we have a lot of soulmates, so don't freak out. But this is a soulmate situation here, a soulmate connection, which is really nice and like that's great, guys. So Cancers, those are beautiful cards and messages for you. There's definitely like some really nice connection here at the end of the month. And usually I'm like, I don't like seeing the Six of Cups, and I don't recommend like exes and people from the past. But like this feels like an unfinished connection, like something that never really started, almost for some of you, or I don't know, special. But let's see here, Cancers, messages from the Power Deck. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Okay, that's so many messages, guys. Please stop. Just one. Just want one. Okay, there we go. 8. 8, interesting. Nurturing. So, we are the only ones who can heal ourselves, sometimes with assistance, sometimes without. Our energy or chakra system corresponds to the energy flow from the earth. If you listen and feel, the earth will heal as you heal her, with the nurturing force of timeless give and take. Prayer enables you to take power out of the mind and place it in the hands of the deities of the earth and sky. Try to see through the mirage of social barriers that clouds the eyes of women and men the world over. Nurture your dreams. Act in your dreams as you want to act. Find the guarded kivas and sacred places where you have hidden your heart and nurture your spirit. It's a really beautiful message and stuff for you guys. So Cancer, those are your messages for the month of August 2022. If you haven't, do make sure to subscribe. Do make sure to like and comment. It helps with the algorithm, and I really appreciate it here on YouTube. And if you haven't, do make sure to follow over on Twitch. Join us on the chats. Join us in the live streams. It's really fun over here. We have a lot of fun, and we're going to be doing games. We're going to be doing other like astrology chats on Sunday, talking about life, pulling cards and stuff. It's going to be a lot of fun. There's a lot of other topics and stuff I would definitely want to cover and do now that I have a Twitch. So come and follow me there. That's where I'm going to be mostly going live and doing most of my content from now on. And if you want to book a private reading, I am available for private readings again. I'm doing half-hour and 1-hour readings is what I'm offering. So if you want to book one, you can DM me over on my Instagram at dqtarot, no caps, no spaces, or email me dqtarot, no caps, no spaces at gmail.com. And if you want to know when I go live here on Twitch, follow me on Twitter at DQ Tarot. Again, no caps, no spaces. Thank you guys so much and have a wonderful rest of August, Cancers.